Hey everyone, it's Will the Whiskey Bugger here, and I'm going to show you a simple fly that fish just can't resist. All right, so I'm going to show you a fly today that is very simple. Any fly tyer of almost any skill level can tie this fly. And what's also great about this fly is that it seems to be a skunk buster for me. So if I'm out there on the water and I'm just having no luck, I am throwing everything in my fly box. I turn to this foam spider, and no matter what, I always seem to catch a fish. It can redeem a day on the water if you're just having no luck, whether it be a fat, chunky bluegill or you're catching a nice largemouth or smallie. It is going to catch something, and you can go home satisfied that you weren't skunked. All right, so first, I'm going to take a Gamakatsu B10S size 8 hook, and I'm going to put that in the vise. I also need some foam bug bodies. Got some Wapsi foam bug bodies. These are spider foam, and they are number 8. And then also, I'm going to just have some black thread. This is UTC 140 denier black thread. This is, you need something a little bit more than 70. You need a little bit because you're going to tie pretty tight to make some of the body segments. But if you go too heavy, it's going to be too clunky, too low, and you're going to snap it every time, and you're just going to have an issue there. And then finally, all you need are some rubber legs. So I'm using these crazy colored orange and yellow because it attracts the fish. And but you can use any legs. You can use natural. I've done it in some brown legs. I've done it with just white legs and all sorts of different color variations to try to mix it up and make it a little bit more fun. I don't know if it does anything or not, but I always like to have a little color on the fly. So that's what I'm using. Now I'm going to get to the very simple steps of how to tie this fly. But before I do, if you wouldn't mind liking this video and subscribing to the channel, I'd really appreciate it over here at the Whiskey Bugger. So first, I'm going to lay down a thread base on this hook in the vise just to have something to set the foam on. And a lot of times I'll even throw a little super glue on top of that thread base just to kind of situate it, but it's not 100% necessary, but you just may have to be a little bit more careful that it's going to shift around a little bit. And I'll snip off the excess there. All right. Next, just take one of these foam bug bodies that are pre-cut for you from Wapsi. These are only like $3 for a pack of 18. So really, it's not that much money, and you can get quite a few flies out of it. So then I have this fatter end I'm going to put down at the bottom of the hook shank, and then the smaller end is going to be up top for my head. I'm going to put it so that the top is behind the eye of the hook so that it's easy to tie on there. I'm going to tie it back in there to give it a body, tie it pretty tight, and reposition the foam after each wrap so that it doesn't get twisted around the hook. Then I'm going to come up a little bit, and I'm going to tie another little body segment and create a little head of that spider. Like I said, you can put down a little super glue to hold it in place, but if you wrap tight enough, you shouldn't have too much trouble. Make sure you don't cover up that hook eye so you don't have trouble threading it. Then I'll go back, do a couple more wraps on that body segment, come back up, a couple more wraps there. Now, you're almost done. It's really that simple. Next, all you're going to do is take out 2 strips of your rubber legs. Like I said, this is an orange and yellow multicolor. So it's a spider, so it's got to have 8 legs. We all know this. It's an arachnid. So I'm going to tie in at the head. Actually, I'm going to take it back to that body segment back there first. And I will tie in one leg here. right on the side in that body segment. Wrap it around. And catch it. And tie it in with a few wraps. Pretty simple. I'm going to advance the thread back up to that other body segment. And I'm going to do the exact same thing in reverse. So start here. Catch it right on the side. Wrap it twice. Loop that around the front and catch it and wrap it in there. So now legs are done. I'm going to take it up and wrap a few times right behind the eye of the hook, and I'm going to finish it off with a whip finish here in a second. But pull the legs back so they don't get in your way, and do about a 4-turn whip finish right there at the eye of the hook. 2, 3, 4. And pull that tight. Make sure that's tight. Snip your thread. Almost done. Now you can cut these loops. You've got 8 legs. I like legs a little longer, but you are going to want to trim them some off there and on the other side. And just like that, you have a really easy foam spider that looks great on the water, smacks down right on the water, and the fish can't resist it. Try it yourself. Leave comments below if you have another pattern, maybe even link to it, that you think is a really simple way to get started fly tying, but also to guarantee you're going to catch a fish while you're out there in the water. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time.